Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here, finally back for another video. I've been trying to record this news roundup video all day today, but finally I can get down to the nitty gritty and get it done for y'all. Of course, we have my fellow news compadre here, the boy Kayvon. Say hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm struggling to get my hoodie off, so I'm sorry if you hear me being a hooligan.
Nice.
But today, we have a ton of information for you today. As I said, we are going to be doing a little bit of an information roundup on everything that we know about the 6th anniversary so far. We know, surprisingly, not as much as you'd think for the first data download of the anniversary. We will get to... Yes, we'll get to that as well. We'll get to some of the logistics of when we think the countdown, and well, not when we think, when we know the countdown is going to start and stuff like that. So, let's get into it here. We are sort of going to go by the top bar here, and we're sort of going to go by the asset thread. So, for your information, by the way, in case you're unaware, every single time we get new assets, and it's a lot of them, I pin it to my main tweet here, right? I have all my promo stuff, but right here is the main mega thread where you can see everything brand new that has just been added to Dokkan.
Wow.
Beautiful. Now, of course, the main thing here, oh, that's crusty, bro. But of course, we have the app icon here. Looks very, very nice. We do have a full render of this guy that we'll take a look at in a little bit. But the main thing that we got in all of this was the support memory and more information on how the support memory works. Obviously, there is a ton of assets here. This is what it looks like when it actually drops here. Of course, we have the ones for the base of the memory, and we, of course, have the individual assets for the specific memories, right, with Icarus here. And also, isn't this literally a bit from DBZA?
Yeah.
Anyhow, though, we do have how all this works. We also have all the raw data for the support memory. This was all kind of before we knew what all of this was going to be. This, by the way, is all old, so don't worry that there's going to be a joint Annie. But if you want to take a look at this like raw data, I will leave this in the link in the description below, of course, with the rest of everything we take a look at. But we're not going to be looking through it too much because we already know how the memory works for the most part here. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it here. The homie Hydros gives us the information for each of these. We are going to take a look at them. There is no sound, by the way, so you don't have to worry about that. But we'll read what they do here and how they work. So, okay, well, we can take turns with this if you would like.
Sure.
Your call. All right, I'll go first then for this goofy one, bro. GT support memory animation, Goku. Pull out the tail. For one turn where there are polar enemies, quote unquote, which by the way we found out means extreme. Attack 15% up for all super allies once only. So, to give you some context as well, to not just how the support memories work, but this specific one, they're essentially like a an item that you can't choose when to activate, right? If we take a look here on the actual menu, you can see that, well, the last two item slots have been removed on JP and replaced with the film reel, but that reel is meant to be, of course, the support memory pieces right here. We can actually take a look at the GT Goku one right here. There is, I've seen some people making some pretty funny memes because there is some, yeah, pretty goofy stuff in here, bro. But essentially how this works is that as soon as the conditions are met, which is literally just activated to start a battle, then this activates for you. This is a pretty busted, like, I guess you would call it an item. Support memory, though, because this is just unconditional 15% up for super class allies against extreme. And that's pretty whack, don't you think?
The only thing is that it's only for one turn.
Interesting.
It's the only downside.
Yeah, so it's like half a B-pan. Was the way that you described it to me, but still,
yeah, because they aren't factored in like start of turn buffs. They're factored in like regular support items. which are much more than just the base value.
So when do they actually activate then? Just at the first turn? Because that seems kind of like a waste for this then, unless you're facing like SBR.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, because I'm pretty sure we know that you're like forced to activate it. So
Right, yeah.
it is kind of weird. I'll say that much. Definitely gonna be fun for SBR though.
Oh yeah, we also don't know as well with the whole SBR thing if we assume that it's gonna be like once per what you would call that, battle or boss, I guess. Battle. Yeah, because battle, like
boss fight.
Right. When you move on to another boss in SBR, it'll proc again, but obviously when you move on to the next stage of a fight, it's not going to proc again.
We don't actually know if it'll proc on the next fight in SBR, because like we don't know if they're one-time items, like if you have more than one per like stage.
Yeah. Because you can't actually access these in the game. Obviously, Hydros is using mods to obtain the footage for this. But you can't actually get them in-game yet. Of course, that's coming a little bit down the line for the anniversary. The other interesting thing to note before we look at the other one specifically is that this is the first animation that you can actually skip. If you notice, there is a little skip button in the top right corner.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
I don't know, honestly. I feel like for the supporter memories, it makes sense because these will probably activate a lot more than like active skills or anything like that. Do I want it ported over to like not supers? I mean, if they do supers, that'll be
I think
that'll
that's
just speed running.
Yeah, true. The Dokkan speed run, but no, I think you're right. It's just because they'll show up so much in the game that I think that it's probably a decent idea for them to be there. It does make me wonder if they're going to implement it, like you said, into other things as well. And I don't know, it does kind of have some other implications. I know we had a discussion about this the other day, but it's really hurting my brain. I can't think of what we're talking about that the skip button also implies. But let's move on for now. We'll see if we can think of it. So this is the support memory for Angel Frieza. Is that technically? Sorry, yeah, angry. I read that wrong. I'm blind, bro. For one turn, when there are super enemies, attack 15% up for all allies once only. So, this one is also pretty good, obviously. Whenever there's a super enemy, 15% up for all allies, not just a specific type.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's interesting.
Yeah, very good for SBR as well. The other thing that is interesting that is implied by this specific one, for this Frieza, and I know this was a complaint that a lot of people had with this, and I feel like they could still add it. This was actually something that you said to me the other day when we were discussing this, that there are no voices on these, which is a little bit disappointing, but more so strange, considering that if we take a look at the animation for this one, Frieza's mouth is literally moving. Not here, but literally it's animated right there. So it would be really weird if they had these without the voice lines, because you would think that they would have it if they're going to go through all the trouble of animating the mouth. And why not just make it like Ultimate Gohan's active skill, which I understand that was like before they started doing animated mouths, but you know what I mean. So they could still add audio. Obviously, we don't know if they're going to. Yeah, definitely. We still have a couple more data downloads before the anniversary even starts. So we'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting to see if they do end up adding voices. We also have the Whis support memory. I've not actually watched this one yet. I haven't seen the animation. Oh my. That's good.
Can we just pause on Whis?
Sure, I like that, bro. Are we gonna get demonetized for that, bro? I like this face too, actually.
Yeah, that's the face I like the most.
That's really funny.
This could be like a beautiful like meme template.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Put like text here or something, bro.
Yep.
The homie teens custom cards, bro. Chinese memes right here. But anyway, Whis support item animation. You want to read this one?
Alright, so first Tempura. After the third turn from the start of battle, key +3 for all allies once only.
Very interesting.
Not bad. It's gonna be a bit weird that it's only once only.
And specifically
After the
third
third
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
very interesting.
Because, like, maybe you'll have to play a little bit more smart then to try and get it on, like, the third turn you want it to be on, if that makes sense.
Maybe.
Very interesting. It'll be very curious to see what this does. And the final one, the Gohan and Icarus support memory. You can read this one, too.
So we have Fly Higher Dragon. When HP is 70% or less, for one turn, attack and defense 10% up for all allies once only.
Interesting.
Look at that boy.
Very cute.
Consume Bean.
When HP is 70... Okay, so interesting. So this is like a little bit of like a, hey, you're kind of down bad right now, bro. Let us give you a little bit of a boost.
I think this is the best generic one that we have for now.
That is literally what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I think that this is probably the best overall one. The only thing is, though, this one you definitely won't get as often as the other ones, depending on what you're playing.
I feel like 70% or below isn't the hardest. Like, it's usually just one bad super and you're below 70.
That's true, but I don't know. I feel like maybe for SBR this would be more useful, but like for Dokkan events, I feel like you might not get that sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
Yeah. Although I will say, for like story event grinding, this one, and I guess it depends on how long the actual stage is, but 3 turns is kind of a lot for like something you grind over and over, but could be very useful. So very interesting stuff there. We do have a bunch of information on the support memory stuff here from the boy Hydros. All support memories are automatic activation. They cannot be manually activated during battle, so whenever the requirements are met, they will activate. So for the memories themselves, you have to get 100 out of 100 of the memories themselves to be able to actually have them available. The film reel items are drops that you can get, and you use your reels to then technically spend to activate the memory in battle. So that begs a question then. Does that mean you need 100 to use it in that specific one, or just to buy it permanently?
I think probably how I could see it working is maybe they have specific stages that drop, I guess, memory fragments, you can look at it as.
Interesting.
And once you get 100, you unlock that memory, which then you need reels to actually activate it.
Right. This is what they look
How
like,
I
by the way.
it. Yeah, and there's one for every type, actually, I've noticed.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Maybe they'll do something more with that. The other thing is, too, we'll take a look at some other support memory assets as we're scrolling through here. The one thing that I did kind of want to note is that it is interesting what they're doing with these. I have seen a lot of people a little bit kind of like, not like disappointed, but also not like blown away with these. Because they're basically just like a different kind of item, right? But I think the more important thing to remember about these is that, yes, at the moment they are pretty basic, but they have a ton of potential to be really, really interesting, I feel like.
Definitely.
They could do a lot of really cool stuff with this. And the other nice thing is a lot of moments that might not get made into active skills, like this one especially.
Oh boy, that's so good. His face looks like a potato.
It does, yeah. He's kind of got Boo's chonky face there, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's wait, there's the
eyes.
There's the eyes, yeah.
Oh boy,
that is horrifying. But so yeah,
I hate how his face is one whole asset too.
Yep. Yeah. But so it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with those. Besides that, we did have a couple of things get updated. The like in the map icons got updated. So like these are obviously things to show up to like the overworld to your character. We did also have some battle assets updated as well. I'm not exactly sure what updated in these. It could just be the general assets. These are all numbers, by the way. They're just so low quality that Twitter just doesn't display them there. We did get a new map. Unless I'm just dense, I don't know what this is from.
Actually,
Also,
Wait,
thank you for the
Universe 6
expert
and
cropping.
7. Oh yeah, that's so sad. It was almost perfect.
Yeah,
It might be the Universe 6 versus 7 tournament. Now that I
there
think
you
about it,
go.
'cause I remember those tiles.
Yeah, that does kind of look accurate, I would say. Especially with the theming of the purple, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. Interesting though. So sad, bro. Twitter was down bad. Other interesting thing, I don't know exactly what was updated in here, but Big Boy Janemba sprites got added again, and that was all the sprites that were added in this download. So, just figured I'd mention it. Nothing too like, monumental there. They occasionally just re-add stuff anyway. And that's actually it in terms of assets. Obviously, I added the last couple of downloads that I missed from the previous couple. So if you want to go take a look at that, please do as well. I did add the English audio-only Jiren active skill as well, and also to the channel. Besides that, though, I did want to show you, we do have the comparison. I forgot that was there. We have the comparisons.
Not the comparison. But...
to the anime of the film reels. So I figured I would show you these just for the sake of it. Honestly, like, I thought it looked like there wasn't a ton of animation in this reel, but looking at it in the actual anime, they did a really good job.
Yeah, I like how the Krillin, Gohan, and Dende are there too.
Yeah,
Like,
looks very good.
it's not just Frieza.
Mm-hmm. No, it looks really good.
They're the other ones, yeah. How did you do them all separate?
Yeah, he did them all separate.
Oh boy. Okay, I love it.
So obviously, the main one is a little bit more zoomed in, but I think that's okay. And obviously here it's more of like a transition. Into the face.
I almost find like the raw change to the face honestly a bit funnier.
Yeah, I do too, because the Dokkan just kind of transitions to it. But anyway, here is the here's the GT one.
Man, GT is weird.
GT was weird, where they're pulling out his tail. This one is probably the least animated, I guess. It's not bad.
I definitely feel like it feels a bit jagged when he's like scraping the ground a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I mean the pulling is fine, but he doesn't even like look back. And they also skipped over this entire where did it go? This. Yeah, they just did it as this angle, which I mean is all right, but obviously
that's not that bad.
Yeah, definitely not too bad. Also, I'm sorry for continuously blasting your ears, viewers, but yeah. So here is the Icarus scene.
Beam.
Pretty accurate, I gotta say.
Even though that's just Tech Icarus Gohan's art.
True. But I mean, that is what it's based on. That's what the scene is based on.
True. I do think they animated it very slightly too.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. As well, interesting to note, you can't actually see Gohan in the original shot there, but you can in this. Very interesting. But yeah, I will probably leave a link to this in the comment section below.
I'm sorry,
I didn't even notice that. But no, Giab made a full compilation of these. If you would like to check it out for yourself again, in the description below. Besides that, though, let's take a look at the actual V-Jump scan. Ooh, unfortunately, yes, this was really cool. So nothing too new, but we did get the full art of the Goku here, and I gotta say,
that art is clean.
Very nice. I love the look. Like, I don't think I dislike anything about it. Maybe his face, like literally the tiniest little scrum little bit, but I think it looks really good.
The Dragon Balls, orbiting around him are perfect, too.
Yeah, I really, really like that look. Of course, shout out to the homie DBS Hype for the scans. But we did actually have the info rather, for the V-Jump leaked like a day before it came out, which was the 66 ticket summon. So as you can see here, there's the 66, which is, they're going to do that.
What that means.
Oh boy.
Where's the 66 ticket, guys?
Bro, I literally already tweeted Talon. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so just like last year's 55 ticket multi, they're going to have a 66 one, which is really, really cool. I'll be curious.
Are they getting 66 units?
Yeah, I guess so.
10th anniversary, 100 units.
Yeah, 100 unit multi, bro. And then are we gonna get like a 200 unit multi for 20 Annie? I don't know, bro. We'll have to see.
Beautiful.
Besides it, though, obviously the free-to-play UI Goku new item support memory can boost, recover HP, and can be activated under certain conditions. Now, the only thing of note here, because we obviously know most of the information, is that there is actually a brand new support memory shown here that was not added to the data. Of course, that being Oolong's wish. Obviously, this scene is super iconic, and I love the forward angle on Oolong too. Of course, this is just kind of giving you information about how to obtain it, applying it here, so on and so forth. Cool to see that it kind of shows you here that like you'll get the reels and it'll show that you're working on this one, and then when it's complete, it gets colored.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot. So it'll be cool.
And then you use the reels to activate it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is also, I will say, a great choice for a memory. The Oolong one
definitely.
specifically. I think that like because that would probably be a never be an active skill as much as I would like for it to be, even though I don't know how it would be, because like there are some moments in Dokkan that like I would love to see in the Dokkan style, but they just don't really make sense for card attacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think this is a great way to get some of those moments as like something in Dokkan. So very, very cool. Unfortunately, not too much else revealed in V-Jump. That card is so good though. Every time I look at it, I like literally smile and like I can't help but feel hype every time I look at it.
Like,
So cool.
It's so funny. Like one of the best card arts in the game, and it's from a free anniversary card.
That is true. Yeah.
So good.
Very interesting. Also, too, I figured I would just show this just because why not? The homie Ronaldo here gave us a little bit of a comparison of all of the anniversary cards here. It will be interesting to see if they do end up doing, like, I don't know, they go back to another form or Goku gets a new form for 7th anniversary. I know that. I didn't even see that comment. That's really funny. Very interesting though. This is a good comment too to see if they start doing Vegeta or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
I also want to add.
Yeah.
Actually, if you mind me interrupting, apparently, don't quote me on this, but I've heard some people say that in the V-Jump, they specifically mentioned this Goku being a UR.
Interesting.
Which, from what I've been told, from what I've heard, is that they only usually say that when a character is Dokkan Awakened, like a TUR.
Right.
So that does make the question. Maybe this is Blue Goku's TUR.
Interesting.
Into Ultra.
I guess that would make sense.
It would.
Yeah, no, they definitely do that, because usually when they refer to a unit that's just an SSR, even though obviously, like, I know that's confusing for some people, right? The way that we refer to units, right? Because if a unit is like a base SSR, obviously they can become a UR by Z awakening them, but they're not like their base isn't a UR, right? Like obviously when you Dokkan awaken them, then they're a TUR, which is a transcended UR. So, but
yeah, because remember, every time in every like Dokkan awakening or every like Dokkan event, it says like etc can transcend the UR limits. So that's where we get TUR from.
Yes. Even though TUR isn't really a term like that they have anywhere in the game, it's more so just like a brain, please, a term coined by the community. So in situations like this, when they present it as a UR, they like 99% of the time, I've never seen it otherwise, mean it's awakened.
Or they could also do a bit of a wild card, because they've only done this one time before, where this could honestly be the TUR for the Fizz UI. Because remember Seal Tanks?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's from Login, though.
Oh, true. I mean, interesting. If he is from Login, then why is he a TUR?
I don't know. I mean, because the only time we've had one... Yeah, the only time we've had an awakening was that the Super Saiyan 1 from first year anniversary awakened into Super Saiyan 2. That's the only time.
There's also Seal Tanks, because he's technically a second anniversary unit.
Seal Tanks. Interesting. But But he was
'Cause
in
he
a
helped us
box
to-
unit, though.
No, he wasn't. But technically, he got his awakening for the anniversary, so that's what
Gotcha.
I was kind of like doing the comparison with UI.
Gotcha.
But if he
Okay.
is from like a login, that's interesting.
Yeah, because I
Mixed
think
signals, but we'll see.
this is the only, these two, the first and second Annie ones, are they the only box, like, prize card trophy unit that we've gotten where we've gotten, like, them awakened in our box? I think so. I can't really think of anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting nonetheless, though, because obviously the rest of these three are all SSRs. But nonetheless, though, moving on. Oh, whoops. I forgot this was in here. But this is something good to note. The boy Luca here notes that if they do the same thing as last year, which this was made before the V jump, so yes, we know that they're doing the multi now. LR Turles should be the newest LR available in the banner. On the 66 one, with the way he's basically calking this out of the time period of the units that were on this banner, comparing it to the time period of the units that have come out this year, or well, like more recently, right? So that will include Jiren, that will include Turles, obviously that'll include UI Omen Goku. Does that exclude anybody? Yeah, Angel Vegeta.
I don't know.
Pretty
Tech
sure
Gohan
Turles...
probably. Tech Gohan.
Ah, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Very interesting, though, nonetheless.
Actually, that begs the question.
Mm-hmm.
When this comes to global, will Tech Gohan be included?
That is a good point. Actually, that also begs the question, will Turles be included? I don't know.
It depends, true. We just don't get Turles and we get Gohan instead.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised considering all of the LR Broly shenanigans we've experienced on the New Year's banners in years past.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. But we do have one final piece of news here. We do have an update, actually, to Dokkan's actual application. Nothing too new, but I figured I would mention it. Talon did actually give us some more clear translations on this. Icon change, obviously, support item new system, and skill orb filter bug fix. Obviously, in the actual post here, of course, it just tells us about support memory, right, which will be released on a later date, can be used to bring it on an adventure or an event. Film is required to activate the support memory. The support memory you will bring in will automatically activate when the conditions are met and will consume the film of the corresponding color. So I guess...
Yeah, makes sense.
Interesting. In order to bring it to an adventure or event, it is necessary to collect a certain number of support memories to make them complete.
Yeah, that's probably that's exactly what I was saying. Then why I didn't know that. So you have to actually quote unquote grind them to complete them.
Interesting, but then you have to grind them to use them, right?
Well, you have to grind them to like be able to equip them, but you have to have the films to, I guess,
activate.
So yeah. So my question is, do you have to grind a new copy each time? Because if so,
that's kind of what it sounds like.
So if that's the case, then these items will probably have a stage dedicated to them. Maybe they'll just be drops from events, like with how the reels currently are dropped from any event.
Right.
So that adds another level of grinding for like items. Then these items they're not bad, but they are pretty nice, especially because it's a free item right now.
Yeah. It does also actually say that right there, along with the fact that not only can they be obtained in events, but types of film can be obtained using the exchange point at the Baba shop. It will be a new item support memory will be available soon, and obviously gives you a little how to use thing in the actual game. So that is something else really cool, because obviously that is something else to use your Baba points on. I know some people have kind of limited Baba points. I know for me and you, we have so many, we literally will never use them all.
Plus, you can always grind them from just getting free SSRs,
right,
on a good story.
Yeah, that too. So that'll be a very interesting way to use your Baba points, and probably a very good way to use your Baba points. Since after you kind of get like enough of a certain type of item in the Baba shop, I don't know, you buy some occasionally, but you're not really like...
Yeah, you don't go really hard for the item in the Baba shop anymore.
Exactly. So that will be very cool. Also nice that they put MUI Goku on that actual thing. The only other thing that we had that was something that was definitely to note was chain battle rewards have been distributed. So if you would like to go get those, go get those. But this was also something that was very interesting and something I want to discuss with you on a video. I know we talked about it a little bit. So this was a very interesting development because of some of the implications that it has for the anniversary potentially, but it is also just a nice update. So, as you can see here, for the Dragon Ball Super Destruction God Champa Edition, basically the 6 vs 7 story event, you now can run Universe 6 on the event and you will get boosted drops, which is awesome, because obviously before it was kind of a pain to run this event. Obviously, they say here that it'll be temporarily down until it is completed, and then the adjustment, we're preparing to start the 21st. The event will be held again as soon as the adjustments are completed. So, as you can see here, it says specifically the number of drops in stages 2, 7, and 8, and the drops in stage 5 will be adjusted.
Yeah, along with having the category boost.
Yes, the contents in stage 5. Yeah, so the category boost is great. Obviously, that is super awesome because, of course, I feel like at this point, yeah, that'll be interesting. Maybe we can do? We can take a look actually at what the current content is of that.
I'm honestly not thinking about it. I'm expecting that to imply an easy A or Extreme Z area or something.
Yeah, maybe. I would definitely not be surprised.
Because if we're still thinking it's Blue Eva, Kaba getting an easy A would be perfect to go along with it.
True. That is true. Yeah, I don't know. It's it is definitely quite interesting. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Stage 5's current drop is training items. It looks like.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And then it also said, what was the other stages here? 2, 7, and 8. The number of drops. So that would be for Vados medals. Yeah, 7 is Vegeta medals and 8 is Champa medals. So.
Yeah, so just get more medals, which is very nice.
Yeah, obviously then you also have the category boost on top of that. Yeah, that might be. I don't know. We'll have to see what they end up doing for that. Maybe that just means a new medal. Maybe that does mean an easy A. We will have to see. But, by the way, they should do this for a lot of story events, I feel like. Because I think they did this maybe like once or twice. But I don't think they do it like too often or often enough.
Yeah, for some of the older story events, they don't really do it very much. Mostly because a lot of them just have category boosts naturally now.
True. Yes, but for new events, they should always do category boosts. But here is the super interesting thing that we wanted to cover. So the same thing is actually being done to the That's My Bulma Vegeta story event, as you can see here. By organizing the Angry Explosion category, the effect of increasing the additional drop rate will be demonstrated. The drop rate of stage 2 and the number of drops of stage 4 will be adjusted accordingly. Also, Baba Shop Exchange, the number of hidden treasures required to exchange for the Falling Awakening medals can be obtained Perin, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and Beerus. Notes, due to the adjustment, the hidden treasure Perin Vegeta cannot be played during the temporary. Okay, so basically while they're editing the event, right, you kind of can't get it from the shop. We'll take a look at this as well. But the main reason why a lot of people were kind of curious about this story event, I clicked on the wrong button again. Let's see. This is stage 4 and 2. I forgot this is a really short story event. So that would be 4 and 2. So Vegeta and the Takoyaki event and the treasure item of the pudding.
Yeah, that definitely needed it.
Interesting.
This event was pain to grind. Trust me.
But the one thing that people are kind of getting from this a little bit is that it is kind of a hot button topic thinking, does this have something to do with the anniversary, or are they just sort of updating this to update it? At the moment, there's not really any way to be sure. And personally, I don't know if I would look into it, like, too much. Obviously, there is always a possibility that it could have something to do with the anniversary. It could not. We have no idea. But I know that some people were kind of thinking that what this could imply is that instead of like just talking about the TOP in the anniversary, like instead of just having it be TOP themed, it's also themed to Battle of Gods and the Tournament of Power. Now,
I actually am thinking now that probably what this is, if anything, is if we're thinking about it being UI Goku and Vegeta, I believe that, right? Think about how it was back in 5th year. You had Gogeta themed events and Vegeta themed events.
Oh, right? So you're thinking Goku and Vegeta God related events?
Yeah, because think about it. Kaba relates to Vegeta because Master and Storm Bond there. And this is a very big moment for Vegeta in Battle of Gods. So I think it could translate.
No, that's true. I know because some people were then questioning, like, is the other LR going to be Blue Evo? That's kind of what people were getting at with this. So does that mean it's going to be something from Battle of Gods? But I didn't even think of that. That is actually a great point. Interesting. Yeah, only time will tell, obviously. I think they would be kind of stinky brain not to bring out Blue Evo, considering how much people want him at this point. But of course, we will see. I definitely think your idea is really good, though. That's what I'm going to stick with, bro. That's what I'm going to be shouting out to the masses here. But I believe that is all of the current information that we have about the anniversary. In terms of when the countdown will start, we are kind of assuming that the 21st is going to be the day, since that is when they are planning on doing the adjustments to these events. That would make sense, because if it is the 21st, that is the first day of the countdown, then that would be, we go from the 21st, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leaving us day 1 would be the 28th, and then day 0, the start of the anniversary. Or sorry, the 27th would be the final day of the countdown, and 28th would be day 0, which would be when the anniversary would start. And then usually the anniversary banners come out a day later, which would be the 29th. So that does, sound about right. Obviously, there could be a little bit of an extra day. Like, technically, the countdown could start the 22nd, right? I don't think it's going to start tomorrow because they already would have done a data download for it. But what that does tell us is that there is going to be a new data download for the countdown information either tomorrow night or Thursday night. Well, I guess when you're watching this, it might be Wednesday for you, but Wednesday or Thursday. Will probably be when it is, because even if we don't get anything like too spectacular in terms of new information, which is literally impossible because they'll show what's in the countdown celebration, bare minimum we'll obviously be getting the countdown loading screens, which have not been added into the game's files yet. So that'll also be really cool to see what that is, because I know in the past we've gotten some really interesting things from those. So we'll have to see. But obviously, I will, of course, be doing new news videos all throughout the anniversary. I apologize. It was just literally these last 2 days specifically were really busy for me until now. And I wasn't able to get this video out. But I figured since everything is out there for you, I'll wrap it up into a nice little bow. I was going to say small video, but we're approaching the 40-minute mark. So I don't know.
Small video.
Yeah, small video, bro. But definitely let me know what you guys think of all of this information in the comment section below. Please let us know your excitement and all that good stuff for the anniversary. I have a lot of great content coming up for the anniversary, so hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm very excited to see those countdown wallpapers, so I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Same.
I'm very excited. All right, do you have anything else to add before we hippity hop on out of here?
No, I think good.
Good, because we're ending the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.
Take care, everyone.